Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into one of the most powerful, time-saving tools in your marketing toolkit, setting up your very first automated welcome email in GetResponse. Seriously, this is a game changer, so let's get right to it.
I want you to just picture this for a second. What if every single time someone joined your list, you could be there to greet them personally, right at that exact moment when their interest in what you do is at its absolute peak? I mean, manually, it's impossible, right? But with a little bit of automation, it's not just possible, it's actually super easy.
86.03%. You know what that is? According to GetResponse's data, that is the average open rate for a welcome email. That's insane. It is probably the highest engagement you will ever get from your audience. This is your one shot, your golden opportunity to make an amazing first impression, and automation makes sure you never, ever miss it.
So here's how we're going to break this all down today. First, we'll talk about the problem, what I call the welcome email grind. Then we'll meet the solution, your new best friend, the autoresponder. I'm going to walk you through step-by-step how to create one, how to get the settings just right, and how to build out a whole email cycle. And by the end, you'll see how this little tool becomes your own 24/7 marketing assistant.
Okay, first up, let's just get real about the grind. If you've ever tried to keep up with new subscribers manually, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's this repetitive, soul-crushing task that just does not scale.
You know, every small business owner, every creator, we all feel this. You're trying to wear all the hats. You're making the content, you're doing the marketing, you're handling the sales, and then on top of all that, you're supposed to personally email every new person? No way! As your list grows from 10 people to 100 to 1,000, it just becomes this anchor that holds your entire business back. But here comes the hero of our story. It's time for you to meet your new secret weapon, the autoresponder. Think of it as your own personal automated welcome committee, and it's ready to work for you around the clock. So what is this thing really? Well, an autoresponder is basically a series of emails that get sent out automatically after someone joins your list. And it's not just one email, it can be an entire sequence. It's like having the perfect employee. It never gets sick, it never forgets a task, and it works 24/7, nurturing your brand new leads for you.
All right, time for the main event. Let's roll up our sleeves and actually build one of these. I'm going to walk you through the exact steps right inside the GetResponse platform, and trust me, it's way simpler than you might think.
Okay, first things first. From your main dashboard, you're going to find the Autoresponder section. Easy. Then you'll click that big Create Autoresponder button. Now, GetResponse might offer to use its AI creator, but for today, we're going to build it ourselves just so we understand all the moving parts. Then, give it a name, something clear like Welcome Email, Day 0. This is just for you, so make it something you'll recognize later.
Now, for the really important settings, you have to link this autoresponder to one of your contact lists, so make sure you pick the right one. Next, you assign it to a cycle day. For that instant welcome email, you want to choose Day 0. That just means it goes out the very same day as someone signs up. You can also get granular with send times and even tell it which days of the week it's okay to send.
And finally, the finishing touches. You'll set your from and reply to addresses, make them look professional, then write a subject line that just begs to be clicked. Remember that 86% open rate we talked about? A killer subject line is how you get there. After that, you just design your message, and when you're happy with it, you hit that beautiful Save and Publish button. And boom, it's live and it's working for you.
Okay, so let's zoom in for a second on one of those key settings, the send time. It might seem like a small detail, but this choice can actually have a pretty big impact on your engagement.
So you've got a couple of options here. For that very first welcome email on Day 0, you almost always want same time signed up. You want that instant delivery. But for the follow-up emails, you can get strategic. You can use with a delay of to wait exactly 24 hours before sending the next email, or you could use exactly at to send a special promotion at, say, 9 a.m. 2 days later. It gives you so much control over that subscriber's journey.
So, we've set up one email, and that's great. But the real magic, the real power happens when you build out an entire cycle, a whole series of emails that guides your new subscriber.
And this whole system is built on that simple concept of the cycle day. It's the foundation of everything. Day 0 is the day they join. Day 1 is the day after. And you can create a new message for Day 2, then another for Day 5, maybe one for Day 10, whatever you want. This is how you build a welcome series, or a mini course, or a nurture sequence that automatically unfolds over time for every single person who signs up.
Now, autoresponders are absolutely fantastic. They are the perfect way to get started with automation.
But you're probably wondering, okay, that's cool, but what's next? How does this fit into an even bigger strategy?
Well, that's when you graduate to marketing automation workflows. Look, if an autoresponder is like setting a simple alarm clock, a workflow is like building a fully automated smart home. These are visual drag-and-drop builders that let you create entire marketing journeys with if this, then that logic, so you can react to what your users actually do.
And workflows are just built from 3 simple blocks. First, you have a condition. That's the trigger, like when someone clicks a link in an email. Then you have an action. That's what you do in response, like send a specific follow-up message or add a tag like interested in product X. And finally, you have a filter, which lets you narrow things down, like only do this for subscribers in the United States. It's incredibly powerful stuff.
So let's bring it all back home. By setting up that one simple autoresponder, you've done way more than just automate an email. You have literally built yourself a 24/7 marketing assistant.
And just look at the benefits. You're hitting people with immediate engagement when they're most excited. You are saving yourself hours of boring manual work. You're nurturing every new lead automatically. This whole system scales perfectly as you grow. And best of all, you're making sure every single person gets the same awesome, consistent experience with your brand, right from the very start.
So when you ask this question, the answer is a massive, resounding yes. Absolutely. That one simple sequence you just learned how to build is your key to unlocking so much efficiency and growth. It's your first big step into working smarter, not harder. So congratulations, your first automation is all set up and ready to go. You've officially unlocked a new level in your marketing. Now the only question left is, what are you going to automate next? Thanks so much for joining me.